Here we are in section 4-1, exercises number 6 through 14. We're just finding the following, but notice now that some of these are going to have letters, variables in them, which we don't know what they are, so we can't complete everything, but we can do as much as we can. The other thing is that multiplication will sometimes be just next to numbers with a new notation there instead of having an X as a multiplication sign, or we might have a dot meaning multiplication. So the three multiplications are a times or a dot or just sitting next to, like 5 next to the number 8, with separated by parentheses or not. So this is 7 times 3 is 21, plus 2 times 4 is 8. 21 plus 8 is 29. So same order of operations, I ought to write those up. Exponents are most important, then multiplication and division come in second, and then addition and subtraction come in third, and then parentheses could mess up any of those orders. It just says, hey, here's a group that's all one number. Okay, number 7. You'll notice that here they're all being multiplied together times this q on the ends. We can't do that one, but we can do 5 times 2 is 10. Times 2 is 20, times 3 is 60. So we have 60 times q, so we just write it 60q, and notice it had a dot, but we can just write it next to it. We'll write that over there as an example. That's 60q. That's like, hey, we got 60 of those q's, which means 60 times q. Okay, number 8. 3 minus 9, that's a negative 6. And that's a 5 out there. So that's multiplication right there with no plus or minus or any indication of what the operation is. That's just next to, like that, minus 28. So we have 5 times negative 6 is a negative 30 minus 28. Notice that these are both the same sign, negative 30 and negative 28, which means we're actually a negative 30 and a negative 28. These are the same sign. So this is actually an addition problem. 58. All in the negative direction. Good. Next one, number 9. 3 1/8 times, there's the dot, 7/8. Now remember that with multiplication of fractions, we need to turn this into an improper fraction. So 8 times 3 is 24, plus 1 is 25/8. And slow motion, 8 times 3, that's 24. So 3 is the same as 24/8. So it's 24/8 and 1/8. That's where we get the 25/8 times 7/8. Does anything simplify nicely? It doesn't look like it. So 25 times 7, let's do that over here. 25 times 7. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3 is 17. So 175 over 64. Looks like we could leave it that way, or, oh boy, we could, what does that look like? 175, 64. Let me see, 64, let me see, 6 going into 17. I'll take a guess at 2. 2 times 64 is 128. Subtract, let me see, that's 6. 15 minus 8 is 7. 647. And that's the remainder. So it would be the same as 2 and 47/64. I'm not sure which one actually looks nicer there. They're both pretty hairy. All right. Number 10. 5 plus, now this is multiplication, so it's stuck together. 3 times 5/8. So it's 5 plus, what is that? 15/8. Yeah, because that's 3 over 1. 3 times 5, 1 times 8, 15/8 plus a 4. Let me see. 15/8 is 8 goes into 15 one time, 1 and 7/8. So if we take 5 plus 4 is 9 and add this to 9, we get 10 and 7/8. Good. I like it. Number 11. There's the 5 there. And what else? 5. Oh, this is like a minus a minus. So that's 8 plus 4. So that's 5 times 12, again, next to, plus, and then these guys are multiplied together, 16. So 5 times 12 is 60. plus a 16, that's a 76. Excellent. Okay, number 12. 24 times 7.2 plus p. I don't know what p is, but okay, let's do that one. 24 times 7.2. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. Next column over, next row down. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 2 is 14. Plus 2 is 16. So 8, 12, carry the 1, 7, 1. So it is, one decimal place. So it's 172.8 plus p. And I don't know what that p is, but there's our answer. That's as simple as we can get it. Number 13. 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. So this is 27 times x. That's as simple as we can get it there. Good. Number 14. This is multiplication glued together as a 6. That's multiplication glued together as a 35. And this is multiplication as a 32. And that's multiplication as a 4x. Now, notice that 4 can't add until it multiplies to that x. So the rest of these guys can add up because they're just like normal numbers. And we're like, oh yeah, 6 plus 35 is 41. 41 plus 32 is 73. So 73 plus 4x. But we don't know what that 4x is. And this is our first indication here. That 4 is stuck to that x. And it can't go with that 73 at all without multiplying by the x. And we don't know what the x is. It's just some number out there. All right, good.